Hi guys, my name is Aniston. Welcome if it's your first time here, or welcome back if you've been here before. Either way, I'm so excited to have you here. Now today is a little bit of a different video as I have reached a little over 1,000 subscribers, which is crazy, and I've been on YouTube for a little bit over a year. So I figured that it was time for me to share my testimony with you guys. Now, I think everyone can agree with me whenever I say that your testimony is one of the most personal things about you. So please bear with me because we will be getting a little bit vulnerable, and give me some grace as I try to put my words together. But to start off, I want to give you guys a little bit of background info. So I grew up in an extremely Christian household. It was an absolute blessing to be able to have a family that introduced me to the gospel at such a young age. But what I realized as I got older was that I was piggybacking off of my family's Christianity. I was calling myself a Christian, but I had no personal relationship with Jesus. I was extremely, extremely lukewarm. And I also want to add that I have been singing in church since I was 6 years old. Singing and music is such a special way for me to connect to Jesus. Whenever I sing, it feels like it is just me and the Lord in the room. If you've ever experienced that before, you know what I'm talking about, but that is one of my ways of worship. So, getting into it. If you know anything about me, you know that my relationship with my mom is like this. She is my best friend. We talk to each other all day, every day. She knows everything that happens in my life. I can't lie to the woman because we're so close, and that is a blessing to have a mom that I have such a strong relationship with. But at this time in my life where I would say my testimony begins, we were arguing all the time. There was always something wrong. My room was a mess, and I'm telling you guys, it was literally a disaster. The people that I was talking to, they were not the best people for me, and it was affecting me. The music that I was listening to, like I said, music has always affected me. I was listening to this sad and this borderline angry, loud music, and it was affecting my mood every single day. My relationship with my mom and my family, it was estranged. It was like, okay, I don't want to talk to you. You don't want to talk to me because I'm in such a bad mood all the time. Can't blame you. But I was struggling. I'd stay up all night talking to my friends. We'd be playing video games, and then after I got off the phone, I'd just lie in my bed. I wouldn't do anything. I'd scroll on my phone for hours and hours and hours, and I had no motivation to do anything at all. The people that I was surrounding myself with, they didn't necessarily believe in God. So when these deep conversations would come up, like, is there a God? I never denounced the Lord. I never thought that there wasn't a God, but I know that I was letting their opinions and how they spoke and what they did, it was affecting me. Who you surround yourself with is so important. So while I'm surrounding myself with these people, thinking that I'm having the best time of my life, staying up all night talking to them, I'm absolutely miserable. And like I said, music is so important to me. And my mom and I had just gotten into an argument, and she was praying all the time and saying, "Anderson, I pray that the Lord will encounter you when you're alone and in the stillness of the night, and He'll speak to you." And that's what He did. I was sitting alone in my bedroom. I was on my phone, and I was listening to music, and I'm rocking back and forth, and I'm just sitting there. I felt the presence of the Lord so strongly in my bedroom that night. As I'm listening to this worship song, there are literally tears pouring down my face because this is such an intimate moment with myself and with the Lord. And when I felt Him there, I knew that I wasn't alone. I knew that all of this isolation that I had felt for the last 2 years, I was like, what am I thinking? He's been here this whole time. He's been waiting. So while I'm crying, I'm crying my eyes out. I'm saying, Lord, help me, fix me, help me feel. Because for a while, I honestly felt like I had turned off my emotions. I'd shut myself down anytime that I was emotional. You're fine. Get over it. You're fine. You're being dramatic. My mom is the opposite. My mom is a very emotional woman. And until I grew stronger in my relationship with the Lord and I had my encounter with Jesus, I didn't realize that emotion isn't just emotion. Sometimes that emotion is the Holy Spirit. And I prayed for humility, and the Holy Spirit gave me that. And I've been able to feel for people and to feel for things and to see things in different perspectives in ways that I've never been able to before. So, although I had that encounter with the Lord in my bedroom and I knew He was there, I didn't fully surrender to Him until about 6 months later. So, I was in a relationship at the time, and I was kind of in church, kind of wasn't in church. The same for him. There was an event that a local church was hosting, and they were doing a night of worship. And I was supposed to go with him, and something came up. He couldn't go. And for me, the Lord was working there, because I feel like if I would have ended up going with who I was supposed to go with, I would have held myself back. When I got there and I was standing in a room when all of these people are worshiping the Lord, and I mean truly worshiping the Lord, I wept. And I'm sitting there, and my heart is pulling, and I can't describe this feeling. I haven't felt this feeling in so long, and I'm thinking, okay, and the Lord tells me to go. The Lord tells me to go to the altar, and I'm like, I didn't want to listen. I didn't want to be obedient. When I went, I wept. And I cried, and I cried, and I cried, and I cried. And I told the Lord, I said, okay, Lord, I'm here. Fix me. Fix me. And ever since that night, my perspective on life, how I feel things, has been completely different. I went from feeling isolated, I went from feeling completely alone, talking in ways that I shouldn't, doing things that I shouldn't be doing, to feeling the conviction from the Holy Spirit, fully surrendering myself to Him, and growing stronger in my relationship with Christ. And since then, every single day, that fire that I had that was this big, I mean, I want to do more. I want to learn more. I want to be the best version of myself that I can be, so that I'm able to reach other people. And I talked about this in another video that I recorded today, and it's Matthew 5:16, and it says, in the same way, let your light so shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father which is in heaven. And when I sat down and I realized that, and I was like, Lord, everything that I should be doing should be for the glory of you, so that these people may be able to experience what you allowed me to experience. That these people may be able to realize, okay, I don't have to be alone anymore. Because I went from feeling like I didn't have anybody at all to feeling like I had the entire world. My relationships with everybody, I mean, they grew stronger and stronger. My relationship with my family was mended. Guess what, guys? I cleaned my room. I wasn't sad anymore. The things that I listened to, it changed. And it completely changed my perspective and my outlook on life. It has been a blessing. It has been a blessing to be able to sit here and to talk to you guys about this, because I feel like I said, your testimony is one of the most personal things about you. And being able to sit here and share that with you all makes me feel so good about myself, because I realize that I've come such a far way from that point in my life until now. So if the Lord changed me, I know He can change you. Won't He do it? I'm serious. So, I thank the Lord every day for changing me. I thank the Lord every day for forgiving me for what I had done. I thank the Lord for sacrificing His Son so that I may be able to come to Him and to feel the Holy Spirit, to feel His holy presence, and to allow the Holy Spirit to convict me in my everyday life. And I still fail. I still fail all the time. And there are moments where I struggle, and there are still times where, maybe I do feel alone every once in a while. But don't let the enemy win. Don't let the enemy control your thoughts. You open that Bible and you read and you pray to the Lord and you pray that He will help you and He will guide you, because He will. Because if He did it for me, He will do it for you and for the next person and for the next person. He can do it for everybody if they come to Him and they fully surrender to Him. If they stop being disobedient like I was and listen. Because He's at the door and He's knocking and you just have to open it. So I love you all. I know I'm a little bit all over the place. I didn't have any notes written down for this today because I wanted it to just be something that, and I think it did, and I think I talked a little bit too much, but if this is your first impression of me, welcome, because I do ramble a lot. But I love all of you so much, and the Lord loves you so much, and like I said, if He did it for me, He can do it for you. So, best thing I ever did. I promise I'm going to see you guys so soon. Thank you so much for all of the support. Thank you for helping me reach over 1,000 subscribers. It truly is a blessing. I'm going to be here for a little while longer if you guys like me. If you guys have any thoughts, just let me know in the comments. Please, I love reading all of them. I love hearing what you guys have to say, and I would love to know a little bit of your testimony so that I may be able to read it and I may be able to see what God's done in your life. So, I will talk to you guys so soon.